Well, folks, a real treat right here. It looks like Representative, stick around for this, Brian. Former Representative Karey Hanks is with us. Karey Hanks, so good to see you. I just want to say to you, congratulations. What a huge victory it was yesterday for our
Yeah.
kids. How are you feeling?
I'm just thrilled. I'm really happy to see it after all these years. And, some people are saying, well, is it really necessary now? Yeah, it is. We don't know when we're going to have another quote unquote pandemic.
Yep.
And we just don't know what else the government has in mind for us. And, a lot of us don't trust the government and science anymore after what we've experienced the last, since 2020.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's so true. Well, we played. I'm sure you were probably in with your students, but we played about a 15-minute montage where we went back and pulled footage of
yeah.
you delivering the first RS back
Yeah.
in 21, all the way to the session in 21 and 22, and then of course when it was handed off to Brian Lenny to try and fight with Jason Gallagher and Rob Beiswinger and so forth, and then many other folks. You had Ron Nate, you had Guyan de Mordaunt running bills to try and protect children from masks and stuff. One of the things that I wanted to ask you about is this isn't just about masks, right?
Right.
This is about what the top down did to all of us down to the local level to enable the local control, as we've been called, this local tyranny, to take
Yeah.
hold. Is that what you recognized here as well?
Yes. And I actually did watch. I am substituting in a school today, but I was able to watch that montage. And your
Great.
first two clips of those little kids, I was trying not to cry in front of those students, because that was a lot of the motivation is these kids, and it was so unfair to them. My grandkids were wearing masks, and it was just horrified me. And I actually was in and I know we can't limit it there, but I was in an airport and watched this little, probably 3-4 year old. I don't know how old she was, but she was just screaming, and she would not put that mask on. And they tried to get an agent from, the airline to come help her and everything. Oh, it just broke my heart. And, to watch what you had there at the very first of those little kids just crying, because it's not normal for them to wear masks. And it's not right. And
It's not
so,
right.
yeah, and then, the testimony about these kids that are already traumatized, and then they have to go wear the mask. I'm so thankful to God that we finally got that through, because as you said, it isn't just about the mask. It's kind of the symbolism of it, though. And like, I think it was Representative Brent Crane said in his testimony, where does it end? The personal liberty. If you allow that, then the vaccines, and then what's next? It's I'm sure there's plans if we let it get that far. But so yeah, I really appreciated that montage that you did. And I actually already contacted the governor. I emailed him and thanked him for signing that.
Great.
So
Very good.
I think we
Yeah.
need to appreciate it when he does the right thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Brian, any thoughts on your head for Miss Hanks here?
Well, I don't have any questions, but just a recognition that, bringing a bill way back in 2021, I think it was probably a lot harder then, because you still had the enormous weight of propaganda and the media and
Yep.
politicians and health districts saying that, no, we need this. And for you to stand up against it at that time, took a lot more courage. I mean, it's great what Senator Lenny and Representative Beiswinger did this year. But by now there's been a
Mhm.
preference cascade. The vibe has shifted. But then, you were a pioneer out there, and
Oh,
I appreciate it.
well, I appreciate that. And, I think we have more conservatives that are in the legislature now. And, we couldn't even get a hearing. I went, and I believe it was Martin was the health and welfare chairman then. He wouldn't hear it in the Senate. Patty Ann Lodge wouldn't hear it. I actually went to Chuck Winder, and he said, well, it's up to them. And I guess I'm a little cynical, because I didn't really believe that.
Yeah,
But
well, that's what he told me too when I delivered those petitions.
yeah, Yeah. And then there was some question if I would horse trade getting that into the Senate for supporting another bill. And I don't do that. If there's something I can work with somebody, but the particular bill that they wanted, I couldn't go for it. And so, that's the politics that we play.
It is. Well, before we let you go, I got to ask you, are you thinking about making another run for it?
Oh, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I keep thinking I need to put something out there that if I can get, a certain level of donations by this summer, that would help. If I can see that there's the support there, I am getting people asking me to please run.
Yeah.
So, and I'm praying about it. It's a tough decision because it's a lot of work, and it's tough when you don't win because I feel like I let people down when I don't win. And all I want to do is serve the people. That's what I do. And I actually have a legislative update that I do every week during the session to help people see what's going on as well as I can. So
good.
Still involved.
Good. Well, yeah, I was just gonna ask you, tell people where they can follow you and how they can get in touch with your newsletter there.
Okay, KareyHanks.com is the best because then you can email me from that, and I can add you to my list for the update. And it's on Facebook and Twitter as well. I've tried to share it there as well.
Okay, good. Well, Karey, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join us and celebrate this big victory that you sent down for us.
It's great. I'm going back to class, so thanks.
All right, very good.
Okay.
Take care.